Time right now because it's Friday for Meals with Monsignor. As we get ready for this, I want to let you know we've got a fabulous recipe that Monsignor is going to share with us this morning. That is available right now on our website, annunciationradio.com, annunciationradio.com. Simply go to our website, click on Morning Offering, and you'll find the recipe that Monsignor Michael Billian is going to go over with us right now. And it's time for Meals with Monsignor Michael Billian. Good morning, Monsignor. Good to have you with us this morning.
Good morning on this wonderful Lenten Friday morning. Good to be with you and to share another little Lenten Friday recipe with all of our listeners today. You know, as we continue to pay attention to this day of abstinence every Friday of Lent, I thought these days during Lent on Friday, I'd offer some recipes all to help us embrace our day of abstinence. And today, we're going to be looking at a creamy mushroom fettuccine.
Ooh.
A nice little light, maybe not so light, but certainly meatless for the day. And it's not that difficult a recipe. It's easy to follow along and very easy to make. What we want to do is take our mushrooms, and we'll have about 16 ounces of mushrooms, and you slice them at the thickness that you like to eat your mushrooms, and then heat a large skillet over like a medium, not a real hot fire. Add some olive oil in there and a little splash of water in the olive oil because we're going to put some minced garlic in there. And if you put the little water in there, it helps that the garlic won't burn then. So put the minced garlic in there, about 3 cloves of minced garlic, and just saute that for not long, not even a minute, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds, until the garlic becomes lightly golden in color. Then you're going to take those 16 ounces of mushrooms and add those to that pan with the garlic and the olive oil, and stir it well and season it with some salt and pepper as you would like. Pat, I know you won't put any salt in there, but with some pepper.
Okay. A little, maybe.
A little. Then I want you to add the butter. You need to add about 4 ounces of butter. If you like a little more, you can put a little more in, a little less, but at least 4 ounces because you want it to help blend everything together. So you're going to cook that on a medium heat then once you've added the butter for about 10 minutes. Just stir it occasionally, and you'll see how the mushrooms continue to get softer and softer. And when they get good and soft, then it's about done. It should take about 10 minutes, though. And at the same time you're doing that, you're going to boil your water to make your pasta. So a 6-quart pan of water, put a little sea salt in there, and then add your pasta, a 16-ounce package of pasta. And I want you to cook it according to the directions on the package. They'll tell you how many minutes in order to cook it once the water starts to boil. And then so you have that water boiling, you've got the salt in there, you've got your mushrooms are getting soft, so I want you then to take a quarter of your pan of mushrooms and put it in the blender with a little splash of extra virgin olive oil and blend that together. And then add a little splash of the milk, because you have a cup of milk in this recipe, and just blend it until it's really smooth, and then just set it aside. Then you're going to add some of your chopped parsley, because we're going to have a bunch of fresh parsley chopped finely already, and we're going to add that to the remaining mushrooms that are in the pan and stir it. Then pour in the milk and cook the milk until it's almost all evaporated. Then take the mushroom cream that you've made in the blender and put it in there and just mix it really well. Now you've got your pasta boiling at the same time. It's boiled the right amount of time. Take a cup of the pasta water and just set it aside, and then drain the rest of it and put that pasta directly into the pan with the mushrooms and just let that stir up a bit. Toss it with your tongs, and you might have to add a little bit of that pasta water, which I just told you to set aside, just to loosen the sauce up. It depends how much butter you put in, how much olive oil you put in, what the consistency of that sauce is. But you want a loose sauce, not a real hard sauce or a tight sauce. So you want to just mix that all up. It's nice and loose, that sauce now. And then once all that pasta is really coated very well, turn off the heat, and you've got, from your list of ingredients, you've got some pecorino romano cheese. Put that in there and toss it quickly. Blend that cheese right into the mix, and then serve it right away. Don't wait around, but serve it right away. And I'd suggest a nice piece of crusty Italian bread, a nice little loaf of that you warmed up, and had that up along with this creamy mushroom fettuccine, and you will not only be meeting your abstinence requirement as a member of the church, but you'll have a nice meal to thank God for.
Sounds yummy.
Oh, do you got all that down there, Pat? You figured it out?
I think so, but I have two questions.
Of course you do.
One doesn't necessarily, they're general questions. So why do recipes sometimes ask you to use the pasta water to save that? Like, why can't you just use water from the tap or whatever? I mean, what is it about pasta water that you
because
need to use
it's infused with the starch from the pasta you've been cooking. If you take it right out of the water, it doesn't have the starchiness, which often helps to blend sauces together. So you want the starchy water, not the straight water.
So I got to stop using bath water.
That would be good, Ron.
That's stinky water, not starchy water.
Okay.
That will ruin the taste.
That's right. One more question, because you have salt listed, but then you also have sea salt. What's the difference between the two? Like, why would I use salt and then, like, sea salt for pasta water? Like, what's the difference?
Well, often, salt, regular salt, is very tiny grains, right?
Right.
And, so it comes out of your little salt shaker. It fits through the holes in the top. Sea salt is much more coarse, and it doesn't dissolve immediately. So and it has a little different taste to it than the regular salt as well, just a little, but it helps to spice up the water a little bit, and it doesn't disappear right away in the water.
Okay.
So it gives your water that little salty flavor. So when the pasta's in there cooking, it helps to enhance the taste of the pasta as well.
Okay.
I've got a question. That's
now if you can't find sea salt, just use regular salt. But I want to try to raise your level of cooking here, Pat. So I want you to have all the right options.
Well, you would be surprised to know I have sea salt. So there you go.
Oh, I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you, Pat.
I'm just never sure why I should use that versus the other salt. That's all. I'm never quite sure when do I use one, when do I use another.
I wouldn't put sea salt on your steak.
Right.
Okay.
But I would put it in my pasta water.
Okay.
I've got a question in a similar vein, Monsignor, and that is pouring in the remainder of the milk and cook until most of it evaporates. What is the benefit of using the milk if it's evaporating? What process is benefiting the food while that milk evaporates?
Well, when the milk leaves its flavor in there when you evaporate it. That's what stays.
Okay.
It's you don't want a highly liquid sauce, but you want the flavor of it.
Okay.
So you have the flavor without all of the liquid mass.
It's just like, if I were to lose my weight, the essence of me would still be left behind. That would be the good thing.
Well, I'm afraid that would be true for all the rest.
Thank you, Monsignor Billian.
Happy Lent, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Monsignor.
You're making Lent much more delicious. Thank you, Monsignor.
Oh, my. I know. This looks so good. I want to just someday try all of them that are at the website.
Yeah, again, AnnunciationRadio.com. Go to Morning Offering. You'll find the recipe there.